Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Siren Frost, and today we have two updated deck profile videos for you guys for this week. Now in this video we're going to be doing Haruka's Gravidia Nordlinger Masque deck profile video. Now before I continue on with this video, you guys, I need to make a little disclaimer. If you want to get kind of judgmental about this deck, because I know a lot of people have mixed opinions about this deck. Some people don't like it, some people kind of okay with it, some people do love it. Here's just my thoughts, just my opinion out there, just throwing out there. Every deck has a flaw. Every deck has a good perk to it. It's just that finding the right recipe for each deck can be a little bit more challenging. But in Vanguard, that's where creativity does lie in it. Now, sorry guys, I have a little, frog in my throat right there. For me, Gravidia has always been a problem for me personally, even from the very first time it was released. Because there was hardly much support you can give, and there's a lot of people that just stick with the standard kind of build, and this is how it's supposed to be in a certain degree. But for me, Gravidia Masque can be a challenge as well. I know a lot of people have mixed opinions about it, because Masque itself is not that good, but maybe for me, it could be better when it's built correctly. Or just an or, plural, please. Gravidia Masque can be a very good card when you can understand it better, and a lot of people have tried their very best. Hell, even I'm going to, at the end of this video, I've been practicing with it for a week or so, and it does have that standard, basically what you're trying to, get pinpointed, is all the meteor cards. As long as you have some meteorites in the order zone, I think you should be fine. Now, what follows afterwards is the effects for the number of meteorites you have. So we all know that Nordlinger is the purest form of Nordlinger is very powerful. No one doesn't like Nordlinger for that reason, because of the double trigger ability and all that stuff. But I think Nordlinger Masque, when given a chance, an actual chance, it can be very destructive. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys. This is my own version of the build that I did for an update video for Gravidia Masque. Now, keep in mind, this is all just my opinion, and take it with a grain of salt if you really want to. I'm sure a lot of people may have seen this video and just like, well, that kind of build is almost similar to mine to a certain degree, but just hear me out, okay? I'm not saying to take my word for it, like nobody ever sometimes does, but this is just my thoughts and opinion about the deck, and I give every single unit, a single card from each collection, a chance. Like, don't knock it till you actually try it. Some people have good luck with it, some people just don't have it. It's just up for debate at this point in the community. So, with that being said, let's just hop right into the video. So, of course, the ride deck is standard, and I'm pretty sure when a new rule comes out next year, when we have a 50-card deck and 4-card ride deck, I'm actually looking forward to it, because then it expands more, more card options and stuff, so that's great. But here's my updated video until then. So, of course, we're still using Gravidia Dellan for our Grade 0. Grade 1, we have Gravidia Wells. Grade 2, we have Gravidia Barringer. And of course, we have the main queen bee of the deck is Gravidia Nordlinger. So, this is your standard, ride line deck. I know a lot of people have different ways to customize your own ride line to fit and get more up to speed and more up to date. I prefer the old-fashioned way, just like when a character deck profile comes out. Bitch, I'm talking here. Shut your ass up. Rude phone. But yeah, this is just what Haruka uses, and by the way, this is what I kind of forgot to do in the video, is, on a little background on Haruka Sokawa. Basically, she is a member of Team Daybreak, as you can tell from the sleeves, of course. But in this season of Season 3, I think, she expands, she wants to do more for Mirai, because she loves the kid very much, so like a little sister. Pretty much so. However, Zaxa, or Shirogane, I hate that fucking name. It sounds so fucking cheesy, I'm sorry. But anyways, so she got beaten by him, and he offered her a way to become stronger. So, eventually she left Team Daybreak temporarily, and went to Uniformers. So when Mirai heard about it, and started getting suspicious where she's at, she decided to use the Manaya connections to her family to find her. And guess what? She did. And at the end of the episode of episode 4, Mirai beats Haruka, frees her from the Uniformers' control, quote unquote control, and then just she comes back with Team Daybreak. But we don't see her play ever since then. So that was like her only time, well, 2 times in season 3, episode 3 and 4. Not 3 and 4. Fuck. I have to go back to that video again. But I think it's, 2 and 4. Sorry. 2 and 4. My bad. That's the only time we ever seen Haruka actually done. And that's the end of the season right now. And we're going to start that new one pretty soon. Anyways, sorry for a little small delay. That's my bad. My trigger lineup is just always going to be the same, with a nice little variety. So we have the Space Dragon kind of series for some of them. We have 2 Ultra Rate Sphere Dragons for 2 heal triggers. If I can move them from here. And of course we have the effect heal triggers, one of each. Lady Healer of the Creaking World for our stand twice, attack kind of thing. And then we have Whistling Arrow of the Recursion, Obifold, yes, for our non-triggers and critical original kind of thing. So, like a Thunder Giant kind of thing. It's just hard to explain for this card at some points. And I might be a little slow on it, so I'll get anything with it eventually. 2 draws. And we are still using 7 criticals. I know people are going to be debating, like, say, put a full fucking 8. Well, what if I don't want to put a full fucking 8 critical in my deck? Shut your ass up. Okay. And then we got 3 of the dragons, which is Star Aggression dragons, because technically this is a Space Dragon / Indian kind of theme, kind of deck that she has going on for her. So, 3 of those. And then, of course, let's not forget the Dekarcops. Patrol Robo Dekarcops, because we want that extra soul in the builds, so we can have abilities activated, yada yada yada. Now, like I said, as soon as at the end of this video, you will understand, well, hopefully understand why I chose certain units for it. Anyways, enough yapping. Sorry about that. 2 front triggers, which is Cardinal, Draco, Empire. I used to want to play like 4 of this card because of how strong the shield value is. And the front trigger has the possibility of making your attacks more faster. Now, here's a question for you guys. The question of the day, I guess you say. In the deck, in Graham Grace, the deck itself, do you run 4 front triggers or 6 front triggers? And maybe like 4 criticals, like do like a full rainbow thing? Comment down below about that, because I was kind of thinking about it. Maybe the big debate on it. And then, of course, we have the fucking over trigger that everyone hates as one, because it doubles the well, oh god, wait, this is kind of bad. Okay, so it doubles the criticals, double the power of the front rows. So it just adds more fuel to the fire, pretty much. So, it's just always nice to have that rainbow effect on your decks. People like to go full criticals in premium. That's how they want to win so much. Because apparently it doesn't take skills to win, matches without criticals. Such a fucking dick if you ask me. Okay, that takes care of the ride deck and the triggered lineup we have already. Now, the rest of the cards, like grade 1s, 2s, and 3s, it's going to be a little tricky. But I'm going to leave it up for debate. Okay. So just hear me out on this one. Right now, I'm running only 11 grade 1s in this deck. Because I feel like there are some that are very supportive, some are very good. But this one, this is a testing for me. So I'm using 2 copies of Bizarre Visitor. This is the new card from the Set 12 collection, so I have no problem reading this for you. When this unit attacks or boosts, if your Vanguard is Gore Gravidia Nordlinger Masque, choose up to 2 Meteorite cards from your hand and put them in the order zone. If you put 1 or more cards, this unit gets 5,000 power. If you put 2 or more, Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. So, basically, you can activate, I believe you can activate 2 effects. It doesn't say instead, so obviously you're going to be like, oh, shit. So, right now I'm testing out 2 of them. I might want to put a third one in because that sounds really sick. But, I think 2 should be a good number for you. And this is right now the only support for Gore Gravidia Nordlinger Masque I would like to use. Even though the grade 2 one kind of spoke to me, Willamette. That one's a partner to Nordlinger Masque. Basically, as long as your Vanguard is Nordlinger Masque, you get a 5,000 shield boost and a power boost. So it's kind of generic in a way, but people want to go a little more hardcore. So, I don't know. This one seemed like a very up for debate kind of thing. So, and that's it. That's the main monster we're going to actually focus on. The rest is going to be 3 complete guards, which is Planet Wall Dragon. Now, I have up to 5 copies of Meteorites. Neatness Meteor Showers. Because I think the grade 2 can just fill the void in like a little more than that. And of course, we have Elementaria Sanctitude. Now, give or take, you guys, Elementaria Sanctitude might work for some decks. I just feel like it's a personal staple for the deck itself. You guys can take it out if you really want to. I like to keep it in there just in case for the triple drive. So, that's I think we're all kind of focusing on right now. Next we have grade 2s. This one is actually 6 grade 2s only. I know, imagine that. So, I'm actually using 2 copies of Gravidia Shirgo. Shirgo appeared in the Set 4 collection, so I don't want me to say too much about her. What we can say. The next one we have is, well, the last one we have is 4 copies of Falling Hellhazard, and this is the card from the Set 4 collection. So, again, this is just your give and take on this one. I know a lot of people wanted to swing more with this one, like put 3 or 4 a full playset of this one here. I want to try out 2 of them to see if this deck will have a little bit mix of recipes, because what you want to do is max out your mainly these ones and your meteorites. Not a full 12, by the way. I mean, you can do that if you really want to, but it'll just take too much time of your deck. You'll be decking out very quickly. So I figured this would be a good suffice thing you need. But that's just my opinion. So, there's that. And then finally for grade 3s. Now guys, again, this is the part where it's up for a big debate. Now what I personally do for my decks is I play a playset of the main boss, because there's still a chance you can still use its effect. And as long as you have a Nordlinger in your hand, drop, I think you're going to be okay. You know, give or take, you are fine. So, I have 4 copies of Gore Gravidia Nordlinger Masque as a playset. Now, normally I would put this card behind the main boss, you know, because it's more fitting for me. But this is like, hello, we were talking about this card right now, and this card is really up for debate for some people. Now, I'm going to read its effect here, okay? This card can only be written from a grade 3 card with Nordlinger in its card name, okay? That will include itself. Active 1, it's a 1 turn only. Remove a card with Nordlinger and it's with a different card name from this unit from your hand, soul, or drop, okay? Choose up to 3 Meteorite cards from your drop and put them in your hand. So you will have, you know, some amount in case you need to use it again and again. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, counterblast 1 and put any number of Meteorites from the Order Zone into drop. For every 2 Meteorite cards put into drop, for this cost, choose up to 1 unit card from your hand and call it to your guard. If 4 or more Meteorites were put into drops with this cost, your trigger effects activate twice of that battle. So you can superior call a unit from your hand as well as a bonus. So, yeah, give or take, you guys, this card may not be good for some of you, but to me, I would like to play more of it and keep practicing with it. And that's all you can do, just keep practicing with it. Just see what you can find for that fits you, is the other thing. Just find cards that fit you. Just don't wear them. The next one we have is 3 more copies of Gravidia Nordlinger, the original one, for personification abilities. The next one we have is Gravidia Recursion, I think. Everyone loves playing a playset of this guy. I can see why. Critical effects, some good juice and stuff. Now, if you guys want to be really technical about this, you really don't really have to, but I personally still play 2 copies of Mask of Hydrogrum in this deck. I know a lot of other decks can use a playset just fine, but to some of these lesser masks deck, just play 2 or 3, and then you'll be totally fine. Now, listen, in the anime, I know she used the Dragon Tree series, but we're not going with Dragon Tree series today. Even though that may sound like a good idea, we're not. This is just what she would do when she's not using Dragon Tree. But that is it for the deck profile video for you guys for this update. I know, like I said, this is a very controversial kind of video sometimes, but give or take, you guys, every deck has a flaw. Every deck is good, bad, whatever the case might be. Just have an open mind. Take it with a grain of salt. That's all you can do. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys do enjoy the content that I do create on this channel, come to subscribe. Please subscribe. Comment down below. Thumbs up for the channel. Leave your thoughts down below and see what you can tell me about what your experiences for this deck is in your personal opinion. And yeah, let's just have a little discussion about it. Like, I'm very open to just trying to talk about it. So, I personally think it's going to be fun. That's just my thing. It's like a fun deck to play. Maybe not competitive, but hey, everyone has a different thought process. Anyways, you guys, that is it for the video. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.